Hello, welcome again to this Forsaken channel. We are here to play This is New Adventures, new game I guess.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide. But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Hello again. Welcome to Ace Attorney Chronicles. Jesus Christ, it's so fucking loud. Anyway, we are here in old Japan. Old, strong word. Anyway, I'll try to find a place to put myself in this Forsaken room. Hopefully I don't need to read every line of this story. And also, I never played the game, so it won't be smooth at all. Will be a lot of mistakes. Yeah. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting for deciding my fate? I wanna increase the size of the... Oh, hey. What? I just wanna increase the size of the thingy. No, I can increase the size. Why so small? Well, it is what it is. What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glass, murderer. Sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. They used the Japanese name. Wow. Naruhodo instead of a translation. I guess it makes more sense. Since we all know we are in Japan. I'm a second-year student at Imperial Yumei University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities, look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. And yet, they still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Where are you, Miyamoto? Right, Yusunuke? Yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma? And to drag you into this, I'm sorry. Kazuma! From Konosuba! There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. But I must say, you've been all over the newspaper these past few days. Yumei University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not! Well, you have to believe in me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. Especially my professor. Then there is nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up and hold your head high. You mean? I believe in you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Kazuma Soji. Okay, my best friend. Also in my second year at Yumei University. In his second year. But he's far more clever than I, a star student, in fact. He's even qualified lawyer, impressive, considering he's still an undergraduate. He's not that impressive, if you say so. The very concept of lawyer is only a few years old here in Japan, anyway. And my qualification don't mean much yet. You say exactly the same thing 2 days ago. But I'm proud you have a friend like you, Kazuma, truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you are going to get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievement and successes in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know about Kazuma. He's living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. I want to bring about change in our legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The legal system in Britain. Oh. Okay, the head of the British Empire wish could see it too. Then come with me. We have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. So we're going to Britain. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd be better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. Oh, never mind. Good idea! After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Butler. It was straight after that when it happened. Asoki, might have a word. Who are you? Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now, Asogi. You should go immediately to the judge's chamber. His Excellency chamber? Why? He was looking for you before. Advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. Seemed there may be some confusion about procedure today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as thought I've seen him at the university before. Well, I call him professor, so he's definitely a professor. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. I feel he's gonna escalate. My god, it's a danger zone. This is awkward. If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yuji Mikotoba. I'm Professor of Forensic Medicine at Human University. Oh, Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. I never heard of it. As I recall, he's been pushing to the government to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asoji had told me about you and you here are best friends, I understand. Yeah, I guess. We're bestie. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go to study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that the permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear it. I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once the proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Alright, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not, do you accept the accusation brought before you? Of course not. Defendant? Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Oh god. I was hoping someone else would read it for me. It appears I have to read it all out, out loud. It will seem our superstitions this discussion are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes for you anyway. Wait, what? This is it. This if his trial goes badly. Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea what lay ahead, I embark on an unforgettable trial. One and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny. The eyes movement. So, this is a courtroom. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? How come? A trial that is close to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now, you need to concentrate. Ryunosuke is about to begin. Jesus. Love the design, by the way. It's so different. Majestic. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. The prosecution is ready. Ouchie. Your Excellency. As in the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. What do you mean? That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. And this is unusual circumstances. I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Wait and see. Answer I do. Excellency, no confirmation is needed? Oh, and I'm standing here beside the defendant. I hope it is clear who will advocate for his defense. Wait, what? Was the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. Wait, what? Nani? Nandato? What? You'll be... What? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mitogawa told me everything, just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad will be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have a faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? No, it's not that, really. It's just that... Well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I could appear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you feel. Which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well. Does the accused admit defeat already, renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Is it that so, Naruhodo-san? Yeah? I suppose? Yeah, sure. Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's complete blank. I realize you are in charge now, but still try not to look bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. As you are no doubt aware, it is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards for conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, defendant Naruhodo? You're so fucking hot. Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does it mean? He's questioning your ability to do your job. Well, he can be questioning is doing more than I am. So let's start with the very simplest question. Please don't kill. Please don't kill half him because he upset me because it's like following the same pattern. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I heard his name more times than I can care to remember. But wait. I'm so nervous. I can't even remember that. What was it that game? I feel like they're gonna kill off this character. They always do. They always do. Why? I have a strong feeling. I don't know why. Gut feeling. I could be wrong, but still. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the courtroom. But I can't even find that. Yeah, I cannot find it. It's simple. You can access Conquer with a press of E. Was Tab last time. Now is E? If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult it and it's all in there. Just have to press E for the court record, alright? There's no time to lose. This is the list of evidence you collected. Now try switching to people instead with E, so there's profiles. People. So E is not to present anymore. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press Z to go back. Z to go back. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Gone. So I'm guessing that we don't have autopsy reports anymore. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press R to present. R is to present now.
Yes!
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of a esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was visiting professor from England invited to Human University 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at the present on record most valuable foreign ally. And most of you will be aware we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. And yet, despite its delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilled on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at Imperial Human University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? But I did do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is sacred of upsetting England's policymakers. You are convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for his crime. Oh, so that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Oh, yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea after all. It's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Wait, what? Why there's a wrong ring, like weird-ass flashback? British Empire, wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at the university, I'm sure. He's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello. Big mistake. So I went over to the professor table. And I introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to your defender, Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? Stay before the court the cause of death. The cause of death? Well, obviously that was a gunshot. Ryunosuke, remember that in court that every assertion must be backed up by evidence. But how, you know. Find a piece of evidence, show the professor that I've selected, present post-mortem report. We have a report. Oh, cool.
Yes!
Oh well, this is a tutorial. According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Learn to read, you imbecile. The post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, doctor dissects corpus to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. West, oh my god, Britain was so advanced back in the day. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusion that way. Oh, I see. Looks like I'm not going to be tested of any of these later. This is so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clear these current scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Thank you, Consul. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence to the record. The photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. We aren't that behind, huh? Very well, I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial. Oh no! Certainly, Your Excellency. So without further ado, in order to better appraise the court with the facts of the case. The prosecution hereby calls its third witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. This is it, then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes, clearly you are the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Soji must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Yeah, exactly. I was like so confused. So, if he's not the defense lawyer, he cannot be the prosecutor, right? Right? I was confused by this sentence. It's like, what? Okay, makes sense. He's really been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me will be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you rein the crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Okay. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Hosonaga. Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga. I'm a head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival? Carnival? What the fudge? Are you alright? You seem to coughing up some, blood? It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, it really should. The everyone knows, the capital South SM quarter was the lab for foreign visitors some years ago. It becomes a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago. Understood. Also, Naga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir. And no petty interjection for the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Wait, don't I need to cross-examine him? Perspiring, maybe but aspiring? Well, just after 2 p.m. of the day in question, we have a few diners at the time of the day. The lunchtime rush was over and there were only 3 tables still occupied. Okay, that fits with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. Okay, it was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery, that I hear a gunshot. I got sure regard, so I hurried out in the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped into his chair, and standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Yes! Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up the gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. Objection! I believe I'd ask you to refrain from petty interjection. The court wishes to listen to the witness report of what he saw, you amateur. But the next time you interrupt at an appropriate time, you will penalize defendant Naruhodo. Give me life points. Don't worry, Ryunosuke, you have your chance to fight back. Oh my god. Oh my god! It reminds me of, how it's called? Beholding. The character from The Rock, Dwayne Johnson in Jumanji. Raging. Beholding? I don't remember the thing. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. If I may confirm one point, Wither, standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in the court today. Jesus. Yes, without question. I see, and apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? Nobody, I assume. No, there was no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman at the university and the university student. Huh, wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table? What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at this table. Really? That's not something that waiter could have missed. I've been warned about his interjecting, but still, what should I do? Interject! Yes! Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Dear me. What are you going to do with it, you? With your blatant disregard from court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you are not a fraud. Could it be that the accused is mere student? He's not a real lawyer after all. But I'm sure of what I saw. Also, Naga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of evidence is hazy? No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant I do as it was that day. Please, have a look if you like to. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment layout drawn by yourself, I presume. That's right, I'm afraid back on my business card it was a turbulent situation. This is in Japanese. In Chinese I know how to read this, I'm not sure about this. I know this means room. I guess this is the kitchen. This is the entrance. Renko. However, as you can see, the gentleman in the question was seated alone. I only know this means room. Like kitchen room, you know? You say kitchen and room. You're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. I assume it's the kitchen. The court will take plan adding the court record as evidence. Oh, well, is there a problem? The plan of court officers off at once? Of course, here you are. What's that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Somebody said that seemed to have shaken him. The waiter business card has been entered into the call record. Jesus Christ. COVID, Jesus.